Westlake High School, class of 2019, please be seated. Good morning and welcome to Cleveland State University's Wolstein Center for the 2019 Westlake High School Commencement Ceremony. We are excited to be here to honor this amazing class. Commencement has always been my favorite day of the year, and I'm delighted and proud to be here with you today. Before we start, I would like to thank Mrs. Hillary Patriarch, Mr. Rovniak, and the Westlake Band members that are here with us today. Thank you. In addition to our graduating seniors, their families, and members of the Westlake Schools faculty, I would like to welcome several honored guests. Please hold applause until the end. On stage, I would like to welcome the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Scott Goggin, the members of the Westlake Board of Education, Mrs. Barb Lazinski, Dr. Carol Winter, Mr. John Finucane, and Mr. Joseph Kraft. I would also like to welcome our CFO, Mr. Todd Hopkins, Director of Human Resources, Mr. Brady Sheets, Associate Superintendent, Mrs. Kathy Maxwell, Director of Student Services, Dr. Stephanie Morgan, Director of Technology, Dr. Pete Zagler. And a special thank you to Mrs. Elias and Mr. Lauver, as well as class advisor, Mrs. Davidson. I would also like to recognize the officers of the class of 2019. President Jonathan Hudak, Vice President Donna Tamine, Secretary Abigail Rentz, and Treasurer Jennifer Wagner, as well as our student speakers Megan Stewart, and Jennifer and Rachel Wagner. I would also like to draw attention to our front row this year. Please stand. This year we moved our top 20 students, some of which are on stage, to the front row. Please help me give them a round of applause for their hard work over the last 3 years. Thank you. I would also like to issue a personal thank you to Mrs. Evelyn Urban and Mrs. Mary Dunn for all of their hard work to make this event happen. Finally, thank you to the faculty that is here with us today. We have representation from the elementary schools, the intermediate school, the middle school, as well as the high school. Thank you for your hard work, passion, and persistence with all of our students. You played an important role with this class and should feel equally proud today. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite senior members of the Westlake High School Chorale to the stage. I ask that everyone else please rise and join them as they lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
morning. Congratulations, class of 2019. We are looking forward to sharing this day with you. This is my 25th commencement ceremony. However, my first as a parent. To my fellow parents out there today, I am excited to celebrate this moment with you. Think about that for a second, parents. How great would it be to stand at your child's graduation with a microphone and have your daughter sitting out there wondering what you're going to say about her, nervously? Don't worry, I'm not. As I prepare for commencements each year, I reflect upon the current year to shape my comments. This year was a year where I've really had Westlake's history on my mind. As you know, it is the final year for our 4 elementary schools. Many of you in this class attended those schools. We've reflected a great deal on how much these schools have meant to our community. On June 4th, each of the elementaries will have an open house from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. We want to celebrate and cherish the memories that were created in those buildings and are excited for the new memories waiting for our youngest learners in our new school that opens in fall. Our Demon Athletic Boosters, led by President Gina Redinger, worked with families to bring our Hall of Pride to life. If you have not seen this yet, you should. It not only has athletic accomplishments displayed, but also recognition for our distinguished Hall of Fame inductees, which hopefully you will become as well. We also created an Alumni Coordinator position. Mrs. Megan Mattu is our new Alumni Coordinator. She is a Westlake alum and also has a daughter in the class of 2019 in front of you. When I met with Megan regarding this position, our thought was that we wanted to send a message to you, our students, that not only do we care about you while you're with us, but we also care about you as you continue your journey past high school. Students, those window clings you received yesterday, you can thank Mrs. Mattu and our Alumni Association. Speaking of caring, it was so nice that every one of our graduating seniors received a yard sign delivered to their home by one of our teachers. Thank you, Westlake teachers, that was fantastic. So these events did get me thinking about Westlake's history. So I traveled to our wonderful 5-star Porter Public Library. By the way, our library director, Andrew Mangles, is here somewhere, also has a daughter in this class of 2019. At the library, I found a narrative called The First 100 Years of Dover Schools. Now, as you know, the Westlake schools did begin as being called the Dover Schools. This was published by the Westlake Historical Society and written in 1969 by Ms. Mae Weston, who was a 1904 graduate of Dover High School. In this narrative, she described the opening of Dover High School in 1898 as only the beginning for this community. She stated this: "Giant oaks from little acorns grow." You see, her experience in high school was different than yours. Our high school started as that acorn. When the high school opened, it was only a 3-year high school with very limited course selections. Also, the first graduating class in 1901 had a total of 3 students. My, how Westlake has grown. Today, you're sitting in front of us all as a class of 300 students who are graduating from one of the top high schools in the state of Ohio. Your course and extracurricular opportunities were vast. From the arts to college courses, AP courses, international baccalaureate courses, athletics, technology, and numerous clubs and organizations. Mae recognized this in 1969. In her narrative, she wrote this: "Those of us who attended Dover High in those early days look at the opportunities for education today with somewhat envious feeling and are duly proud of our Westlake schools today. There are many great people who graduated before you, and you are joining a distinguished group of people. Some are here in the arena today. Can I ask those who are graduates of Westlake to stand and be recognized for a moment? here just so you don't make any funny jokes. None of those people who stood up were in the 1901 class, all right? So no old jokes. So now it's your turn to graduate. Class of 2019, today is your day. It is your moment to go through this rite of passage and join Westlake's rich history. We are honored that you are graduating from our high school. We beam with pride as we think about your future and are blessed to have you represent your school and your community as graduates of Westlake High School. As both parents and educators, our role is to work with you to prepare you for what is next. When you were a child, we could not imagine this day. We would shudder at the thought of letting you go and sending you out into the world. However, now that we're here, we know you're ready. The fear and anxiety that was felt years ago is replaced with pride and hope for what lies ahead of all of you. Your time as students of Westlake High School has come to an end. We want you to know that we believe we are more than just a school. We're neighbors, a community, a family. When you graduate from Westlake, you may leave the area. Hopefully you stay in touch and return to visit. Just remember, our history lives through you and all of our Westlake alumni. No matter where you go from here, you will always be considered a demon and part of Westlake. I'm going to end with this. Earlier this week, we held our annual scholarship ceremony. One of the scholarships was presented by a young boy who offered us some jokes. One I thought was particularly fitting to share with you today, and it goes like this. A student was asked by their parent, "What did you learn today in school?" The student responded, "Evidently not enough, because I have to go back tomorrow." Well, seniors, I can officially tell you this. You don't have to come back to school on Monday. Congratulations, class of 2019, and enjoy your special day. And at this time, I would like to invite Donna Tamim to the stage to introduce the student speakers.
The first of our three student speakers is Megan Stewart. Megan is the daughter of Diana Pye and Mark Stewart. She will be attending Cornell University in the fall to study molecular and cell biology. She was involved in Environmental Club, Newspaper Club, Animal Protection Club, National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, and peer tutoring. Please help me welcome Megan Stewart to the podium.
A generation ago, when our parents were in high school, there were cell phones, that's right. But they only existed in Star Trek, and people mostly said, "Beam me up, Scotty." And now, only our parents get that reference. Times are a-changing. Technology is a twister. Phones are becoming so thin that I've been using mine as a bookmark since junior year. 35 years ago, the web was just a pesky thing that spiders spun. Now, God forbid the web goes down. 60 years ago, nuclear annihilation was a world threat. Now, it's climate change. Times are a-changing. 250 years ago, emancipation ended slavery, yet people of color still face discrimination. 100 years ago, women were allowed to vote, yet there is still a glass ceiling. 70 years ago, my great-grandparents refused to attend their daughter's wedding because she was marrying someone of a different religion. Yet my family is biracial. 4 years ago, LGBT marriage was legalized, yet in some places, they still can't hold hands in public. Times are a-changing, and our class has already made history. 3 years ago, we got our first women's lacrosse team, and they'd be playing up a storm. 2 years ago, our classmate became the first male cheerleader at Westlake, and he's opened doors for generations to come. And for the past 4 years, not only have we been educated for excellence, but also for innovation. But what about 50 years from now? still eat meat? Will we still drive cars, or will cars drive us? Will we still care about climate change? Will life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness be unalienable rights of all humans, no matter their skin color, religion, gender, or economic status? Will the Browns have a winning season? All these issues yield discussion, debate, dissension, discord, division, but eventually, decision and direction. Change is not a walk in the park. It's a battleground. What battles will we fight? My grandfather once said, as a young adult, he was going to change the world. But as he grew older, he realized the best he could do was nudge it in the right direction. And no nudge is too small. Pick up that candy wrapper on the floor. Keep your mind open. Try a veggie burger, and just agree to disagree. Parents, teachers, staff, Mr. Wilson, thank you for more than nudging us, for pointing us, for pushing us in the right direction. We are so lucky to have grown up in this modern world, in a country founded on the principle that anything is possible, in a school that has fostered our ambition with opportunity. We've got spunk, we've got energy, and let's not waste it. Let's turn it into action. Forget our label, Gen Z. We are Gen C, the generation of change. Thank you.
Our second student speaker is actually a tandem. Jennifer and Rachel Wagner are the daughters of Kathleen and Christopher Wagner. Jennifer is captain of the varsity cheerleading squad, treasurer of the class of 2019, treasurer of the National Honor Society, treasurer of the Spanish Club, secretary of the Spanish National Honor Society, a member of the Key Club, and student president of local nonprofit Reinventing the Cycle. Next year, Jennifer will be attending Indiana University, Bloomington, and will be double majoring in accounting and finance. Rachel is a member of Key Club, co-president of French Club, president of Student Council, NHS, National French Honor Society, captain of the swim team, student vice president of a local nonprofit, Reinventing the Cycle. Rachel will be attending Southern Methodist University in the fall and will be studying English. Please help me welcome Jennifer and Rachel to the podium.
Sounds a little bit like the oons of a club in one of those 90s movies, right? But no, that's just how many sets of twins we have in our class. 7 to be exact. That so most certainly has to be a school record or something. Being here today, it almost seems fitting that a set of twins would deliver a graduation speech. Twins share everything from shoes, car keys, birthday cakes, and even the womb at one point. We're like duplicate Bonnie and Clydes, minus the psychopathic tendencies. We're the Mac to the cheese, the Kyrie to LeBron, even the Sheck West to Obama. However, despite those of us who have similar friends, similar teachers, similar extracurricular activities, we all haven't had the exact same experience. I mean, come on, some of us think pasta week is the best, and others insist that burger week is better. All jokes aside, and before this sounds too much like a romantic comedy, I believe our class has lived these past 4 years just as twins do. Though we all experienced similar things, we each had a very unique takeaway from each endeavor. We all went to the school dances, the sports events, and the pepper plays, but I think we can all agree that we all enjoyed them in very different ways. For example, Friday, September 21st is a day that we all experienced but remember differently. Some of us were on the football field about to pull off the win on a Hail Mary. Some of us were in the student section, slowly inching our way towards the field. Some of us were cheerleaders, chanting and pumping up the crowd on the track. And some of us were the demonettes, debonaires, or marching band in the stands playing as loud as possible. But none of us will forget the energy of the stadium when the scoreboard changed from 23 to 23 to 24 to 23 with the Demons on top. And that's just one experience out of many. If the flashy disco-themed winter spring formal fling was just a little too groovy for you, perhaps you all enjoyed our elegant senior prom more. If running around the school yelling, "It's Wednesday, my dudes," on meme day was a little too extra, perhaps showing up in your Demon Pride spirit wear was just a little bit your style, more your style. And we have all left different legacies. Whether you were the founder of the Beekeeping Club or the founder of the Westlake Land, our marks will forever be on Westlake High School.
On another note, we hope that we have inspired all of you to embark on a new journey to find your own twin. By that we mean to get out there and conquer new adventures with someone and share the same witty sense of humor. Someone to share your experiences with, yet still have your own unique takeaway from them.
Leaving here today, we are very honored to have shared yet another experience with you all. Thank you.
Members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Noggin, parents and guests, thank you for joining us on this very special day. Today we recognize the Westlake High School class of 2019, a very decorated class, and one that we are going to miss at Westlake High School, and one that is very near and dear to my heart. You see, I've known many of these students for more than the typical 2 to 4 years the principal gets to know his students. So when I thought about what I could talk about this afternoon with the class of 2019, I was a bit overwhelmed. I knew that Megan with her message of change and Jennifer and Rachel with their message were going to give great talks. So what was I going to talk about? I was overwhelmed because I know so many things about this class. When I boiled it down to just one idea, it was that these are just great young people and our future leaders. That may seem simple and without purpose, but so many people in this world want to tear down our young adults. I get to spend many hours with high school age students, both at Westlake High School and in my own house. Yes, I know they are unique, some quirky, some temperamental, some a mix of all the above, and sometimes they make us question ourselves. Sometimes they make us ask, did that really just happen? Sometimes they make us say, man, oh man, that went a different route than I thought. However, I get frustrated when I hear adults talking negatively about this generation. For what it is worth, the vast majority of them are thriving while living in a world that is filled with uncertainty, that changes constantly, and allows people to talk negatively from behind the device anonymously, all the while everyone's watching. Let me give you a few examples of why these young people excel and why we need to have faith in them. This class has well over 18,000 hours of service as they walk out the door at Westlake High School. We require 60 to graduate. We had over 100 that had over 100. One, Megan Stewart, who we heard earlier, had over 650 hours of service. This year we raised thousands of dollars on behalf, we can give them a round of applause. This year we raised thousands of dollars on behalf of a family at WHS that suffered a loss. Why, you may ask? They came to me and wanted to help, to let that student know we have your back and we're here for you. That is who the class of 2019 is. That's what Westlake High School is all about. When we asked for volunteers for our adapted physical education class this year, we ended up with 25, almost a 2-to-1 ratio. When elementary students need anything, they call us and ask us to send our leaders down to the school to assist. This year I've witnessed 15 of our engineering and tech ed students lead a lesson with 4th graders using saws and power tools with the gentleness and kindness of seasoned teachers. When the Westlake communities need something, they call us. This year, some of our Westlake senior citizens were having trouble. They didn't understand how to use their smartphones, so they called us. I dispatched our students all over the place. The senior citizens loved it, and it is now developed into a monthly meeting. On the second to last day of school at Westlake High School, a few members of the class left a wall of positive messages on the entryway into the school. That is just who they are. You see, these are special young adults. These are just special students. So you see, when I think of the class of 2019, I hope you get a small glimpse as to why I am so proud that they are here today and sad because they are leaving. Personally, I'm going to miss many things. I want to talk directly to you kids, young adults. I'm going to miss concerts when I could watch Matthew Wallenhorst look so pleased when he plays in his jazz groups. Orchestra concerts when I knew Alex Falcone was going to give an amazing violin solo. I loved watching Anthony Fusco in every other act in the Green and White Review and how happy he looked playing the drums. Esther Parks' comedy in the musicals and plays. I'll miss Anthony Rigo dropping 25 on anyone on any given night. I will miss cringing every time I saw a volleyball go off the right arm of Leah Schmidt when somebody had to try to stop it. I will miss Emma Peeler dominating her way for 4 years through the SWC. I will miss the theatrical masterpieces that were a Liam Kruger entrance to any event that he was involved in. I will miss Madison Toth enjoying every second of dances, Noor Lababidi politely smiling at me every day when she walked in school. I will miss the fact that for the last 6 years when I saw Lexi, I knew Sylvie was never too far behind. I will miss Patrick Dean's lunch table going to visit Patrick Dean's lunch table to find out what was really going on at Westlake High School. Jafar asking me every day, "What's good, Mr. Wilson?" Quinn Buell's unending optimism. I'm going to miss Max Novak and Pat Levecchia's random hugs. Honestly, they hugged me more than any students have ever hugged me, and perhaps this year, maybe more than my own children. I am going to miss the Bogarts as first period office aides. I'm pretty sure they've been office aides for me for about the last 6 years. And finally, something that I just learned about this year, and something that I may miss most of all, Terry Zhang, AKA Lil Pants, with such timeless classics as the ACT song or Bobby Patton, emailing me prior to every single assembly with the title and the subject line, "Clean Lyrics, Mr. Wilson," as he wanted to perform so badly. Honestly, I could go on and on with these students. You see, what makes me so proud is that I do know you. I know the struggles, I know the conquests, the happy and the sad. More than anything, I want you to hear directly from me that I have no doubt that great things lie ahead for you, and I'm very proud of you for being here today. So there has to be a message, correct? What is it going to be? I probably have to provide you with at least one bit of wisdom. This is the same one that I share all of the time, not because I don't want to write about something different. It is what I truly believe is the most important lesson that you will ever learn. Never forget that life is ultimately about treating people the right way and being kind. I keep a sign right by my phone that reads, "Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always." You see, kindness is free. It doesn't cost a thing. And oftentimes, and most importantly, it makes all the difference in the world to the person on the other end of it. I've been in schools for a long time, and I can tell you there's really no lesson more important than that one. Class of 2019, thank you for having me with you on your journey. It has been a pleasure and a privilege. I was confident that you would excel when I sent you to the high school 4 years ago, and I am confident that you will excel as I send you on your way again. You are a special group of young men and women. Congratulations, and I'll tell you the same thing I said to you when you were in 8th grade. I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for you. Thank you for how well you've represented yourself, your families, and the Westlake City Schools. Good luck. Be safe. God bless. Mr. Goggin, Mrs. Lisinski, members of the Westlake Board of Education, it's my distinct honor and privilege to present the graduating class of 2019. As principal of Westlake High School, I hereby certify that all members of the class of 2019 listed to receive diplomas has met or exceeded requirements for graduation prescribed by the Ohio Department of Education and the Westlake City Schools Board of Education. As we begin, I would like to echo Jonathan's thoughts prior to the ceremony. The class of 2019 respectfully asks family and friends in the audience to please refrain from noisemaker and horns during the presentation of diplomas. We make this request each year, and each year we still have audience members that choose to make that choice anyway. We ask that you please refrain so we ensure each graduate and his or her loved ones have the pride and hearing their student's name announced without interruptions. No name will be read until everyone can hear it. Thank you in advance for the respect of these graduates. Before we get the presentation of diplomas started, I wanted to ask any member of the class of 2019 that is joining the military to please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you for your service. We also wanted to recognize our International Baccalaureate candidate. We would like to recognize Berea Mid-Park High School student, Mia Quinones, with a formal certificate of attendance. Congratulations, Mia. Come on up. Finally, we would like to recognize Haley Brennan. Haley will be leaving following graduation to compete today in the Ohio High School State Track and Field Championships in Columbus. Good luck today, Haley. At this time, I would like to call upon Dr. Scott Goggin, Mrs. Lasinski, members of the Westlake City Schools Board of Education, Mrs. Davidson, and the officers of the class of 2019 for the presentation of diplomas.
Jonathan David Hudak. Donna Tamim. Abigail Frances Renz. Jennifer Claire Wagner. Rachel Lauren Wagner. Megan Angie Stewart.
Mohammed Aman Ali. Jolie Ann Bogart. Maislin Claire Bogart. Claire Elizabeth Brewer. Tomas de Urquidi. Akshia Dinakaran. Isabella Marie DiGiulio. Ella Johnson Gray. Nathaniel Johnson Gray. Talia Ariel Jeter. Noor Lebabiti. Emma Grace Mangles. Amelia Catherine Martins. Rafaela Glory Malikian. Hyun Park. Akhilesh Reddy. Chad William Sargent. Eliza Shin Steinman. Meghana Tandon. Talia Tanley Zing.
Joe A. Abdullah. Sophia Yasser Abdulhamid. Mohammed Abdulamir. Ihsan Abdulmani. Jumana Abu Hamdan. Sabrine Abu Hamdan. Brian David Acosta. Ghazal Adidi. Lauren Elizabeth Akers. Stephen Sam Eliash. Michael James Albany. Tara Al Hashimi. Juma Mazen Ali. Anise Allen. Obada Al-Saboni. Jafar Salah Al-Safar. Amal Hamdan Al-Sarani. Akon Majuk Ngo. Evangelia Marie Anias. Adam Musa Assad. Musa Assad. Dominic Paul Asturi. Michael Joseph Augustine. Alexandra Kristen Bangham. Caroline Elizabeth Bell. Blake Dino Malone. Brittany Marie Malone. Frank Timothy Messina Bennett. Usman Ahmed Bakari. Giselle Elise Golden. Amin Matthew Buxam. Catherine Grace Bowe. Michael Jensen Powers. Tyree Kendall Bolson. Haley Corinne Brennan. Samantha Christine Rises. Callie Ernestine Claudia Broche. Quinn Barber Yule. Leah Rachel Bunner. Paige Alexandra Burns.
Liliana Melissa Busick. Madison Ann Butchko. Charlotte Rose Button. Daniel McLeod Carbeck. Isaac Aaron Carmichael. Benjamin Reed Carson. Edmund Chan. Christopher Anthony Chen. William Michael Chapman. Gracie Leigh Chenevy. Alex Choi. Catherine Grace Stancioni. Connor Michael Clark. JJ Philip Coleman. Madeline Ann Curtis. Mitchell Andrew Cusick. Molly Daniels. Henya Wally Dardier. Hannah Delic.
Tony Isabel Dirsch. Sydney Marie DeSavry. Sartaj Singh Dillon. Cameron Dickerson. James M. Dickey. Amber Javin Dinchman. Emily Ray Dingledine. Faith Christine Dixon. Sarah Elizabeth Drago. Thawachai Dungla. Owen Richard Dunphy. Hiba Elder. Lily Grace English. Matthew Joseph Eppley. David Matthew Essig. Audrey Nan Evans. Bryce Parker Evans. Carter James Evans.
Khair Aldeen Mohammed Fahoum. Alexandra Renee Falcone. Emily Marie Fankhauser. Abigail Marie Feldner. Samantha Irene Ferry. James Henry Fisher. Abigail Flores. Eric Rutledge Fogel. Robert Alexander Fulop. Anthony Marcus Fusco. Evan Michael Gallagher. Joey Jihad Jaja. Alyssa Anna George. Ali Neil Ganum. Patrick Alexander Keane. Emma Lene Goggin. Megan Anne-Marie Goski. Sharam Nateen Govani. Jackson Larson Gregory. Hope Christine Grimes. Tristan Andrew Grimm. Alyssa Ann Gudidaria. David Evan Gershia. Alexander Carl Hahn. Peyton Claudia Hahn. Ibrahim Jamal Hamed. Matthew J. Hardy. Owen Michael Hastings. Dory Grace Hauser. Shayla Lee Hayes. Peyton Mackenzie Hedges. Colton Hoff. Lauren Elise Hoffert. Eric Thomas Horwitz. Maxwell Robert Hudak. Madison Corday Hughes. Haley Joy Hundley. Mallory McMillan Hurd. Kaylin Alice Husbands.
Andrew Allen Ianello. Jacob Woods Jablonski. Rula Jamal. Shahira Jabara. Lindsay Taylor Jenkins. Demetria Antalis Javeri. Leah Margaret Jolliffe. Nicholas Michael Uhas. Ronnie Jean Cavey. Peyton Eve Carafa. Rashni Raju Katri. Caroline Bridget Kilbane. Christian Raymond Corralo. Joseph Francis Knizer. Brian Joseph Nunn. Ryan Andrew Cordes. Dane Harrison Kowalski. Ariel Marie Crieres. Liam Daniel Kruger.
Shelby Amalia Raquel Lane. Patrick Anthony Lavecchia. Kiera Marie Lawson. Austin Robert Loosely. Jacob James Ludwig. Emily Danielle Lutman. Juliana Eilish McCartney. Britton Diana Lynn MacDonald. Benjamin Magda Jr. Medina Mahmoud. Noah Harry Marlett. Abigail Louise Matalevich. Daniel Timothy Mather. Jacob Mark May. Ryan Terry McGinnis. Andrew John Mino. Ashley Madison Michelet. Emmeline Paige Miller. Matthew Hillary Moore. Jacqueline Marie Morage.
Abigail Marie Matu. Molly Ann Mulder. Lena Akram Mustafa. Natalina Marie Rose Nader. Sundus Yasser Najjar. Vincent Carl Napoli. Lindsay Nicole Newbeck. Janine Najim. Sean Paolo Nita. Maxwell Alexander Novak. Jillian A. Nobel. Devlin Onifray. Emily Hani Otala. Jeremy Lawrence Palmer. Alex Peter Parfialix. Sophia Irene Peck. Emma Elizabeth Keeler. Grace Eloise Peplin. Jonah Michael Petty. Lindsay Kathleen Holman. Ashley Jordan Potts. Angelia Rose Kalopoulos. Polixeni Dimitrios Poulos. Lily Claire Powers. Tarek Rahman. Ibrahim Khalil Rashid. Austin Richard Reed. Anthony Thomas Riga. Rashawn Rollerton Reed. Connor Evan Reese. Justin James Rose. Maggie Olivia Roth. Brennan Michael Rowe. Benjamin Logan Rummel. Anne-Marie Elizabeth Russo. Lutfi Saad. Gia Eleni Salamalaikis. Serena Sala. Hannah Elise Salem.
Jamil Salem. Maria Stamatia Samarelis. Isabel Grace Sanchez. Martin Bailey Schaefer. Jonna Elizabeth Scarman. Ethan Thomas Scheuer. Molly Anderson Shalisi. Grady James Schlott. Leah Catherine Schmidt. Adam Harrison Shorta. Caleb Thomas Schubert. Lauren Michael Schultz. Nicholas Lee Schwoko. Sawar Ali Shah. Kaylee Lynn Shaver. Julia Elizabeth Sherwin. Mihir Shetty. Janan Marie Showman. Ethan Richard Simon.
Maxwell O'Reilly Salone. Isabel Southern. Vincent Joseph Sovacool. Eligio Joseph Spermuli. Isabel Grace Stalter. Madison Taylor Stanko. Kyra Nicole Bergel. Caitlin Joyce Stanger. Savion Mackay Sturgis. Danica Sukharan. Devin Tibor Zabo. Jordan Lamar Taylor. Madison Claire Toth. Dominic Laszlo Tom Cromer. Anna Serenides. Dorentina Uccini. Jacqueline Anastasia Underman. Adam Nicholas Vince. George Joseph Boyklas. Rocco Giuseppe Valpama.
Anthony Joseph Vortek. Samuel David Wagner. Matthew Robert Wallenhorst. Kevin Lakeith Walls. Alexander James Weber. Nolan Joseph Wospa. Jeremiah Lauren Whiteperson. Alexa Nicole Weitzel. Caitlin Rose Willie. Natalie Bingham Rye. Sylvie Elise Yapple. Zane Yassin. Corey Yoon. Adam Zachariah Yusuf. Jason Christopher Zayak. Yusef Zayed. Fair Mohammed Zayed. Jackson Connor Zalesnik. Terrence Samuel Zhang. Albert Wang Zhao. Joseph Thomas Zickus. Thomas Edward Zink.
All right, everybody, let's congratulate the Westlake High School class of 2019.
On behalf of the Westlake High School class of 2019, I would like to thank Westlake Board of Education, President Mrs. Barb Blazinski, the Board of Education and Superintendent Goggin, as we formally accept our diplomas. At this time, I would also like to invite Jonathan Hudak to the podium. Jonathan is the son of Emily and Tom Hudak Sinclair. Jonathan is the class president, a member of Chamber Orchestra, National Honor Society, co-secretary of NHS, Student Council, and National French Honor Society. Jonathan will be attending Miami University of Ohio in the fall and will be studying business. Help me welcome Jonathan to the podium.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. The class of 2019 would like to thank our families, friends, and staff. Thank you to our families for always supporting us on our journey, our friends for always being there for each other, and our staff in aiding us in pursuing our bright futures. The class of 2019 has had a lot of excitement over the past 4 years. Every fall, we were so excited to go rally at Friday night football games and cheer on the Deacons. Every fall, we always cheered on our girls' tennis team as many individuals made their way to states. We knew that the support was key to our success in building up each other. Freshman year came and went away quickly. Then we became sophomores. Dealing with our lovely air test we had to take, we stuck by each other and got through it. Then we became juniors, and we began to take the ACT and PSAT. I'm proud to say that we have 25 students with over a 32 on their ACT, and then we have 9 students who are national merit for the PSAT. Finally, we reached our senior year, which was 100% our year. I look around today, and I can see how much our class has truly gathered together, knowing that these are some of the last moments of our high school career. Our grade collectively has had over 18,000 service hours that we earned bettering our community. Over the past 4 years, we've had exceptional achievements within our music and chorale program. Our music groups at Westlake High School have always done exceptionally well with superior and excellent ratings at states, and our class has led excellence on this year to other underclassmen. Many of our classmates have also been shining in higher music groups, like CYO, All-State Orchestra, and many more. Not forgetting to mention our athletic success, many of our sports teams have gone to statesmen, which includes tennis, wrestling, gymnastics, bowling, golf, and track and field. Our ladies basketball team this year had a fantastic season, and high awards went across all other sports. Finally, over the past 4 years, our class has raised nearly $25,000 through fundraising. We would not have achieved all of these amazing accomplishments without the participation, dedication, and determination of everyone in this room. Today is the last time we'll be together as a whole, except for our class reunions that you all should go to, and for all these achievements that our class has accomplished, it is my pleasure to say that we have made our mark on Westlake High School. Thank you and good luck to all in your future endeavors. We made it. At this time, I would like to invite all senior choir members to the stage to sing the alma mater. Will everyone please stand?
Please remain standing for the tassel ceremony. I am now going to lead our class in the tassel ceremony. At this time, I would like to invite each graduate to move their tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
All right, guys. Congratulations to each of you. And once again, we are happy for you and very proud of you. Westlake High School Class of 2019, on behalf of the faculty and for the final time in the Westlake City Schools, you are dismissed.